We are going to
How's it
be,
going?
you get 50% of us today. We've got Patricia and Stephanie are still, of course, in Korea. And we can talk a little bit about the latest videos that Steph put up because they're awesome. And then
They do.
Yeah. And then Katie's just not feeling well. So she might pop into the comments, but she didn't feel like being on camera. And I can't blame her when you're not feeling
No,
good. So,
no, no. It's not nice
yeah.
to be on camera when you feel shitty.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
didn't really feel like being on camera today either, but here we are.
Here we are. Listen, I made it
Here we
home
are.
just in time to grab my Jameson and my Timu shirt and sit the fuck down. And that's about
Nice,
where we're at.
nice.
So
I
yeah,
really
here we
like
are. Hi,
how
everyone.
the Timu Tay shirt has become kind of like your uniform.
It really has. I mean, I
I like
had a
it.
uniform before and it was really boring. I still wear the uniform under the Timu shirt.
I like it. I
It
like
has
it.
become it has become my live uniform at this point. It's kind of
Yeah,
fun.
I like
It
it.
it's
entertains me. It is
Yeah.
this is
fun.
my
That's
uniform.
really all that
A
matters.
hat.
I
I have
know.
I
I
have the
know.
hat. I should add the hat more often, but it's whatever.
I
Mine,
had
it's
like
it's sheer laziness on my part. It's sheer laziness on my part.
Well, that's why I was like, I'm looking at my hair and like
Oh yeah, you dyed it today.
I had like an inch of like salt and pepper, like getting more salt. I'm not
Yeah,
even
I
gonna
have that
lie.
too.
Way
I
more
have that
salt.
too, and it's way more noticeable because we dyed my hair so dark last time
Yeah. Yeah.
that it's a real bitch when the shit grows out.
I know, like the fact that BTS solo members haven't had a concert in a little while means that you have more regrowth. Because those two things go together.
Yeah.
Those things went
If,
together.
if for those of you that are new that are joining, part of AP529 lore is when we get together, there's always someone doing a hair dye job in the hotel. There's always
Always me.
something that's going on, right? So like I've done Lisa's hair twice. Katie's done my hair once. I did my own hair once, and there's a couple of consistencies. Like we're always doing hair, and there always has to be a little bit of hair dye that ends up on the carpet,
Yeah.
no matter how hard we try.
One of these days you guys will put like drop cloths or sheets or something
I
down.
know,
But
I
nah,
know.
Last
nah.
time,
Where's the fun in that?
this
Live
past
life
time
on the
was
edges.
real bad because the color was so dark on my hair and it was that like
Yeah,
purple red. All of the towels, all of the pillowcases, nothing survived my hair. But you know what? They deserved it.
Valid point. Valid point.
They
Hey,
deserved it.
in also in your
towels
defense,
were the least of their worries.
those towels and sheets should have been thrown in a trash can a solid year ago, at
Yeah,
the level of wear they had. So like really you just
yeah,
did them a favor.
Totally.
You did future residents at that in a favor.
I see what you did there.
Um,
Residents at that.
see what you did. Anyways, hey, hi, how are you? You found us. We're Army Project 529. How the hell are you?
We
It's
squirreled a little bit
Wednesday.
too much there for a second.
It's Wednesday. It is the 1st of October. And let me tell you, the Burr months are my favorite, my personal favorite,
October is
because,
usually a
yeah,
solid month.
it's really a
The
good
weather.
month. Yeah.
The weather
For
is always, I
weather,
mean, I know you live in the desert, so apologies in advance, Christina.
no, 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 no. It's like I'm starting to get to the point where I can open, like in the morning at 6 a.m., I can open up my door to the back porch and there's like cooler air coming in, which is so nice. And everybody starts decorating and it just feels celebratory,
I
in a
just
good
love
way.
fall, and maybe that's
I
such a
love fall too.
basic thing to say, but I
Yeah.
really do love fall. There's something about like the air, it feels
Hmm.
different, it feels
Yeah.
crisp, the
Yeah.
leaves changing.
I love
It's
it.
just there's always a good breeze.
I
Hello,
love
everyone. Now we've done
summer
our
weather.
duty
I love summer weather,
basic
Yeah.
but
bitches by
fall
talking about how much we
decor.
love fall. And I've got my pumpkin
I
coffee,
prefer
you
the
know.
oh man, I need to see if I can find a dairy free pumpkin spice creamer.
I know
Go
where
for
it
Mm-mm.
it.
is. Of course it exists. It must
It
Yeah,
has to
exist.
exist. It
it
has to
really
exist. I'm
must.
gonna have to
It
fucking look
must.
for it though.
Yeah.
It has to
Must.
exist.
So anyway, so happy October to everybody. And is funny is if we got a Run BTS Halloween dance practice, that would be hilarious.
I would lose my
That would be
shit.
so
That would be
cool.
so good. You know what they
That would
could
be
do? Killing it,
hilarious.
girl.
They really,
Halloween
oh my
dance
gosh,
practice, killing it, girl.
Oh my
they really
god.
could. Yeah,
Well, we'll get into this later. But
yeah.
Hobie talked a little bit about
Uh-huh.
Killing It
Mm-hmm.
Girl during his
Mm-hmm.
live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
He did.
yeah. And I feel, yeah, and we will definitely get into that later because I feel like like group activities, something's gonna pop. Something's gonna
Oh,
pop.
they're going to be
They've
on a
been talking
constant.
about
Yeah.
in working on promo stuff and working on group
That
stuff
was
for a
one
while now.
thing that I wanted to add
Mm.
to.
Oh my gosh, they could dress up like Disney princesses and fight over the crown.
That would be amazing. Anyways, okay, so for the three of us here that you found us, 529, if you don't know who we are or what we do by now, we invite you to visit ap529.com/links to find out more info. You can get links to Discord and our channels and the Patreon and all the fun stuff that we do. The blog, which we have been working very hard on. Mostly Doc and Lisa have been working very hard on just giving the blog a little bit of love because
Zhuzh.
we
Little
TLC.
the first
zhuzh.
yeah
TLC.
because the oldest blog posts are now what almost 2 years old, right?
Uh,
Yeah.
almost.
Well, yeah.
So yeah.
Almost.
That's
So,
wild.
Riven, if you
You
don't
will,
know me by now, Riven.
you will never know me.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Now you got Lisa on
We have no
TV.
links to any Patreon videos of us singing.
Nope.
Anywho,
And you
tonight,
better be grateful.
yeah, tonight is our Wednesday midweek tea. Doc, you want to do it? I stole your. You usually do this
You sure did.
because
Oh
I like the
no,
way you
It's
say
okay.
it.
it's fine. It's
We
fine.
can switch
You
it
can
up.
mix it up. It's
I,
fine.
but I
Go
like the
for
way you
it.
say it better. Go for it.
Oh. So we go live twice a week. On Sundays we go live on YouTube, and on Wednesdays we go live here on TikTok for our
Mhm.
midweek tea, where we bring you Bora news and we talk about shenanigans that took place out on Kim Namjoon's internet for the week. Uh, and it is fun. We hope you brought your popcorn tonight, because tonight we're gonna be discussing the members' changing looks and how some people just feel free to comment on other people's looks out here on the interwebs
Where they could read it, you know.
where they might see that. Yeah, they have seen it. They
Yeah.
have seen it.
Yeah.
And they've commented on seeing comments on their looks. So
Stick
we're going to talk
around.
about that. So you're going to want to stick around for that. It's kind of a little bit spicy week tea this week.
It is a
So
little bit spicy because we have strong feelings about it. We have strong
Yeah, I was gonna
feelings
say
yeah,
mostly
about
because we're
yeah.
spicy about it.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm pretty hot and spicy about
We're
this
heated.
particular
We're
week
heated.
tea. So it's gonna be a little bit stronger. It's more like a ginger tea than a chamomile tonight.
Yeah.
I love a good ginger tea.
Ooh,
Yeah.
it's nice and
Yeah.
nice
Yeah.
and spicy.
So here we go. All
Um,
right. Main Bora news. I can go first. So, how many of you have seen the movies? The BTS movie weeks are here. We have a lot of people in our Discord talking about how they went and they had a great
Myself.
time. And September 24th through October 5th, still going. So 4 concert films shown in 4K in movie theaters for the first time. Tickets, I'm sure, are still on sale. And
Yeah.
Big Hit had posted customizable slogans and a sticker set that you could bring to the showing. I also think it's really cute that people were bringing their extra tiny tans to trade and
Yes.
share.
That's
I think
so
that's
cute.
adorable.
That's brilliant.
people were showing off like their free armies are always so
Mm,
creative. People were
mm.
showing off all their like
Freebies.
people were taking stickers and magnets and all their little freebies. It was really cute. And then of course now we're on borrowed time though because October 5th is going to be this weekend, and there were some theories, some rumors that maybe they would announce sort of the next big
Something.
step. They would announce
Mm.
something at the end of these movies because it's sort of it would be a good break point to talk about the upcoming schedule. So who
Richard said,
knows?
I saw one and ran into 529 friends there. So yay.
Nice.
Yay!
Nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. So
Yeah.
there we
Yeah.
go. BTS movie weeks are here. Check it out if you can. All right. I can.
Um,
You want to
Do
do the
you
next
want to
one?
do this, Christina? Do
go.
you want to do this one? Because
It's up to you guys.
why don't you do this, Christina?
The Min
This is all
Yoongi
on you.
Center at Severance Hospital in Seoul is now open September 30th. I We are so proud of him. Like I get verklempt just like thinking about how proud I am of him and how many years ago he had said that he was interested in helping people with the psychological stuff, whether it be therapy or therapist kind of thing, or
Yeah.
just like helping people with mental stuff. And to see this come to fruition after he worked so hard on it, it's not just that
Yes.
he donated the money for it to be funded for 10 years,
Oh,
right? That's like the base that like he wrote the check and got rid of that. The thing that's cool is how much of himself and his time that he put into working with these experts to design something that was going to be
yes.
meaningful and
Develop the whole
And
program.
yeah, and develop
impactful.
this
Yeah.
whole program impactful, yeah, and just everything about it. And it's just amazing. And I saw a lot of tweets where people were saying basically just like congratulating him, but then also just saying like this is just one more thing to know that we stand the right seven humans because
Yeah.
these humans are amazing. Um,
Yeah. I
Go ahead.
think one of my favorite stories that has come out of this center was when the program director said that Yoongi read her freaking textbook that
Yeah.
she had
Mm,
written.
Before meeting
He
with her.
read her textbook before meeting her and had questions about her textbook. Was the level of deep dive this man took to make sure he was going to help these people, these children, in the most impactful and best way possible. And like that level of commitment says so much more than just, oh, I'm going to throw money at this and slap my name on it. Like
Yeah.
he was committed to this
Yeah.
program in
And
a
volunteered
really
his
deep
time to
way.
it too.
Yeah,
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 And Christina kind of glossed over it, but the amount of money that he donated is not inconsequential because not only did he donate enough money to get the center built,
right,
like he donated enough money. They projected their costs, their running costs, and the board, the team at Severance for the Min Yoongi Center, they had a whole presentation on the day that they opened their doors. They had a whole ceremony and a presentation, and they gave like they had a PowerPoint, and they were talking about their plans and how everything happened and what they planned to happen, and uh, they were talking about the money that went into it to be transparent, and they were breaking down the costs, like this is what it costs to get it built, this is what it's going to cost to run it the first year, this is what it's going
right.
to cost the second year, and so on and so forth. These would be the costs for running it for the first 10 years, and that's the amount of money that he donated
yeah,
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 to have them going for 10, something like 5 billion
yeah.
won or something like that. An insane
It was
number
a
to
ridiculous
comprehend.
amount of money.
yeah, yeah.
And
And
then
if
on top of
yeah,
that, well, on
Yeah,
top of that, they went on to say that Army has donated something like another. I need to double check this number, but I want to say it was 500, somewhere around 500 million
one,
won. one.
Yeah.
And
Which I think,
it should
yeah,
be fair to say international armies as well.
right.
Yeah.
I think I saw American dollars. I think I saw United States dollars. I think I saw 400,000 around that.
Yeah.
That's that.
Whatever that
Um,
translates to in
It,
won.
whatever
I
that
know it was like
translates
it's just
to.
500.
to
Yeah.
me, like all of that just shows the absolute level of dedication that Yoongi had towards this project. Was like he didn't just throw money and say, "Hey, build this center and do this thing. Yeah, have fun." No, he researched this thing. He was in part of this thing, and he didn't just figure out. He didn't have them figure out just how much money is it going to cost to build this center. It was how much is it going to cost to build this center and operate it for a minimum of 10 years. And
Yeah.
that's the amount of money he donated. Like, that
Yeah.
is insane
Because let's
Yeah.
be
level
honest, a
of
lot of these
dedication.
things could fail
Yeah.
after a year or two. Like after the shine is worn off, maybe you don't have as many donors or backers, and then, it can be difficult to keep a place like that going.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I think he wanted to make sure that it stayed through that getting itself off the ground phase and had enough time to really become successful.
Yeah. So, and the other thing he did after all of that, he also recorded and sent a thank you message to the team for their opening ceremony, which I think is so classy of him because he knew that if he showed up, it would be
It
very
would be
much
about
about
him.
him and there would be
Yeah.
paparazzi trying to take pictures of him.
Yeah.
And it is a working facility at a hospital. And so he was like, you know what? I'm going to send a message, send a thank you message to let them know how much it means to me, but I'm not going to distract from it and turn it into some sort of like weird media circus because nobody needs that. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
again, just he is just
He is a precious human being.
there. It is. There it is.
He's precious.
And we have another precious human who wants to do the next one. Speaking of
Uh,
precious humans.
speaking of precious humans, because I know that this lady below me is going to want to do the next person.
Hmm.
Jimin, she, and his father and his brother were inducted into South Korea's Green Nobel Club, which is a recognition program to recognize major donors for child welfare causes. And so this isn't like you don't get inducted into this if you just have like a one-time donation to a good cause. Like this is a consistent pattern of behavior over a length of time to be inducted into this Green Nobel Club.
Jimin was
And
inducted
so,
many, many years ago. Let's,
yeah.
he was like
Yeah, he's
28
been in
or
that club for
something.
a while, but now
Yeah,
his
like
father and his
2018.
younger
His
brother
dad was
joined him in
inducted a
this
few
club.
years ago. It was his brother that was just inducted. So now all three of them
Mm,
are.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like, I mean, it just shows what kind of people they are as like a
Hmm.
family and not just
Yes.
individuals because now all three of them are in this club.
Yeah.
And that's just precious.
I mean,
Um,
it's not surprising.
it's not.
Jimin
It's not.
taking care of kids is just, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm, yeah. Speaking of Jim and Chi,
Oh boy, I got some picks. Go for it.
this man,
You do it.
We
this
should saw a
this
lot of him today.
man was at the Dior show for Fashion Week.
Can we
Oh, you mean
rewind to
this
last
man?
week? Our TikTok live from last week. Do we remember how I ended our TikTok week from last Wednesday? Where I said, "Hey, Jim and She, where are you?"
Where are
Hmm.
you? Yeah, where are you?
Yeah.
What he was doing
Boy,
was
did he
he
pop
was
up.
he was hiding himself so that
Hmm.
he had himself fully prepared for
Hmm.
all of this.
Smelling salt
All
time.
of this. He was like, the hair was in his natural glory. Uh,
Hmm.
he popped out of that car and there was no shirt. There was no
There was no shirt
he
to be had.
he was like, listen, I learned some things at J Hope's The Final Concert,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I am going to implement the things I've learned from the one who raised me. And
Let's be
I
clear
am
though.
going to take it into extremely danger territory here.
Hmm.
And I'm
Let's
going to be the cutest patootie to ever cute while being the most dangerous version of myself.
let's
Yes.
be honest here. Jimin would have been doing this years ago.
Yes. Yes, he
Yeah.
would have. It's
Jimin would
fine.
have been
We're
doing
fine.
this years
Listen,
ago if that were the temperature of the whole group at that time. He would have been doing this years ago.
he's been waiting for this since debut.
Waiting.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
he has been itching for them fucking BT21 emojis to just be thrown in the trash can.
Exactly right.
He has been just bouncing on the sidelines, waiting for the group temperature to reach his joy place.
Waiting for everyone
His
else to catch up to
happiness.
him.
Yeah, he just needed the rest of them to catch up to all of this. And now he's just out here like, you know what? At one point in time, they had basically gone in, and he was like, no, 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 Army needs to see this. And he walks out onto these stairs by himself, and he is just like, what's up, my people? Look at
Did
me.
you want to see the
Look at
Nevermind tattoo? I can just pull
yeah, yeah.
to
See
the
how the
side for
Nevermind tattoo just peeking on through?
you.
Look at all of this.
The abs.
And Army lost their fucking shit as expected. And
Yeah.
then he
I thought I
bowed
blacked
and
out. I thought I
and
blacked out.
he he gave us that princely bow like he had not just completely fucking destroyed us. And then he smirked and went back in.
Because we all lost our minds over his airport look.
Yeah, yeah.
Little did
Your
we know
suit
that was
buttons
just a
unbuttoned.
preview.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Listen,
were ill
and
prepared. We were like, listen, he is channeling his inner Jin Gucci look at the airport. We were not prepared for him to channel his killing it girl look for the show
yeah.
itself.
Yeah. There are very many, many more videos and pictures, and I suggest you go and find them and look at all of them
And
because they
Jimmy,
are all equally beautiful.
and I
And
just got served.
yeah, and my favorite tweet about this whole look was an army that said, "Finally, an article of clothing that I can afford." Jimin's shirt, which I thought was
Hilarious.
Sorry, that's pretty good.
And
was
then
quite
just look
clever.
at the necklaces.
Yeah,
Multiple.
the necklaces
Plural.
are beautiful.
Listen,
Yeah, gorgeous.
Really, really.
yeah,
I mean, we spent a lot
for
of time examining.
science.
We
For
spent a lot of time
science,
looking
you
at those
must
necklaces.
zoom in on the necklaces and study them in depth.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Science, guys.
Where's the
Listen,
zoom on this?
The leather
Dior and
pants.
Jimin want you to admire the necklaces close up. Otherwise, he wouldn't have worn them.
And he had
for
a
the
whole bunch of
fashion
rings
week.
on.
He did.
I was like, did Tae Young accessorize
Let me
him?
see. Let me see if I can find more. I know I can find more.
The
There's
little
that one
hand,
picture where
like
he's
the
sitting and he's holding his hands up.
Oh
That was
yeah,
beautiful. That was like
yeah.
a L or something was interviewing him.
But the leather pants, we were,
Oh yeah.
I, I can't.
I mean, just it
Look at
just
him.
is just
Listen,
Yeah,
my word.
my
listen,
word, indeed.
if that whole situation wasn't deadly enough, he thought when he got back to the hotel room, I should say hi to my bitches. That's spread
Yes.
eagled. He went
The way that
live.
my ass dropped out of my, my soul dropped out of my ass because he used BTS's account.
Mm.
Like BTS started their live, and I was like, "The fuck they did? What?
They did fucking what? I was in the
Those bitches aren't all on the same continent."
I was indisposed at the time he went live. I was very salty about it when I got out of my patient rooms.
The way I threw myself into the streaming lounge
Yes.
and got that thing running. Leslie had already beat me there because, of course, she
Aw,
did.
look at his
It wasn't
rings.
working for her.
Look at
There
those
they
rings.
are.
Look at them.
Those rings,
Look at
amazing.
those are so pretty.
Man.
So I ended up streaming it, and boy,
Boy howdy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I will
I
been so long since he's gone live by himself that I honestly wasn't expecting him to go live after the Dior show. I was really surprised when I saw it was Jimin.
Right?
I was
Yeah.
honestly
I was,
surprised.
you know what surprised me more than anything is the camera angle at the beginning of the first of the two lives he did, because his internet dropped and then he went live again.
Yeah.
But like that camera angle, and he was like man spreading.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
was like, Jim and she, what the literal fuck is this? You
Mm-hmm.
know, you just destroyed us. What, and then you're just gonna do this. This is how we're gonna say hi. And then he stared at us all Min Yoongi style for the
Mm-hmm.
longest
He
fucking
did.
time. Oh, I was like, Jim, fuck.
He was glorious and even more
He,
beautiful up close. And
so
he
pretty.
just kept saying how he'd missed. I guess people in the comments were saying we missed you, and he's like, I missed you too. He was
Aw.
so he was so soft spoken and shy. It was just a very quiet Jimin
He
voice.
He
was.
was the most
Yeah.
precious
He was so
Jimin.
sweet.
Ugh,
Oh, so sweet. He
while
was like
looking like danger.
while looking like absolute
The,
fucking
the
danger.
dichotomy was don't
Jesus.
look at him. Fuck. Mother of fuck. Christina Warnovich.
You have to warn people before you do that shit.
No.
It's different when they're in motion, in 3D.
Yeah,
Yes,
look at
that
him.
is
Look at
true.
him.
Look at him.
And he's like talking to
He's like,
staff. Like I've made it go live. I can't do
he's
anything
like,
right now. I'm with the bitches. It's a thing.
I'm talking anyway. So yeah,
yes, I
he
do.
totally missed us. He said it a few times. Um,
Yes.
and
Look at him.
he just the pointing
So
at the screen.
adorable. I know.
He
Look at him.
let's see,
So
what else did he
sweet.
talk about? He talked about the comeback.
He did.
So they've all been mentioning it now. They're all
Yeah,
excited.
they're talking about it a
They're
lot.
Yeah.
talking a lot about it.
His particular thing that he said though was that it was taking a little bit longer because everyone has input, and we knew
Yes.
we theorized that this was going to be the case, that after their all of their experiences, not
Yeah.
only their life experiences but all their experiences with their solo albums over the
Mm-hmm.
last couple of years, that they would be involved. It would look different. This group comeback would
Yeah.
look different in terms
Mm-hmm.
of what responsibilities they were all having. And I was already excited, of course, for this,
Mm-hmm.
but just hearing him say that just makes me even more excited.
Yeah. And he was saying how he feels super proud of it so far.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. That
All
was
are feeling
precious.
like really proud and that he can't wait for us to see it and he wants it to be for him. All that good, all that
Yeah,
Jimin
so
stuff.
precious.
all
All the
that Jim
precious
and
shit.
stuff.
I mean, Namjoon was right. He is the cutest human
Yeah.
to literally ever exist. I mean, he is just fucking precious. And
He
he
is.
was so soft spoken and so just like the cutest thing ever
And how he signs off,
while
where he's
looking
like, "Don't
like
worry about
danger.
me. Don't worry about my health. You
So,
worry about you. You worry about
yeah.
your health.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
Of
worry
course
about
Jimin has to
me."
tell us not to get a cold to be
Yeah, of
healthy.
course he does. Of course he does.
That's like part of his contract. He has to tell us
Yeah,
to be healthy.
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly.
So yeah. He said he wants to go live more when he gets back to Korea, and he talked about it's like I haven't really gone live that much from my house, but maybe I'll start doing that,
Yeah.
um,
So cute.
which would be endlessly fun. If he
Oh,
just
we
wants
love
to
it.
have a live, like set the live up, and then he can show us various times in his apartment where he needs to get up on his tippy toes. We'd be happy watching that for a while.
Absolutely
Hmm.
Just
pleased as
reach
shit.
things up high, Jimin. If that's all you want to do, you could just reach high and just show us your little tippy toes, and we'll all be super pleased with that.
So
Yeah,
I
we
cute.
will.
realize now that maybe that sounds a little fetishist, but I promise you it's not.
Listen, look at
For
how
free,
fucking
Ruben says,
excited.
for free.
Look at how much we all lost our fucking shit
Yeah,
when he filmed his ceiling and then he put his foot up and it was like shadowed, but we could
it was funny,
put his
they were like,
foot
what are
up
you doing?
Yes.
and we saw his foot on his universe ceiling.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
lost our
Yeah.
shit. Listen,
Yeah.
all he really has to do is like this. He sat and fucking stared at us for 2 solid fucking minutes. And
Yeah, he
we
really
ate
did.
that shit up. We ate that
We
shit up.
did. We did.
That's all he really has to do.
Uh,
Just stare at us, eat with us. You know, we
yep.
don't care. We don't care.
He pulled a Taeyang,
Yeah, he did.
and his phone ran out of battery. First, he had to cut it off because armies started telling him that there were connection issues, which we were complaining. We were blaming Weverse. I don't know who it was because he said it's not me, it's not my internet. So it must have been Weverse, but listen, I'm weird enough, you guys. It's fine. You all know what I mean. Don't act like you don't look at Jimin's tippy toes. Anyway, um, so
That's one of my favorite things.
he ended the live and then he came back like a minute later, and then that one he was like, "Oh, my phone battery is really low," and we're like, "This sounds familiar."
We've heard
Exactly.
this before.
And he just let it run out.
Recently.
He just let his phone run out. He's like,
Yeah.
"We're just gonna sit here until my phone dies," and we did.
Yeah,
It was
he
nice.
was like, it's 2%. And then he's like, oh, it's 1%, so it's not going to be long. And it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All
that was
right.
nice.
And yeah. And then this.
But speaking of
Hey,
the bitch whose phone runs out of battery, you're not even showing the best part of that picture.
Yeah, you're not. There was a slip.
Well, I mean, all of it's the best part.
There was a slip
Look
on
at
that
him.
one picture.
Look at him.
Your,
She's
your
look
photo
at
is
him.
It's cut off.
I see.
It's
Hold
cut
on,
off.
I think I have it. I think I have it.
Oh wait, there it is.
Hold
there
on.
it is.
There.
No, it's there. I see it.
There it is. Yeah, that's the best part.
There it is.
It was just a little bit, but anyway. Yeah, this bitch. The top note on the agenda under Taeyang Weverse Live just says this bitch.
Caps locked.
Mm-hmm,
Caps locked. This bitch.
So as Christina is showing us, so he went live early. It was yesterday morning for him, or very early.
That was like 6
Yeah.
a.m. for him.
It was very early yesterday morning for him. It was like something like, or was it today? Was it fuck? I don't know. Time zones. Anyway, oh my god, not the goldfish. It was early.
And then he looked so pouty. He's like pouty goldfish.
No, I cannot handle. He just sat there for like a solid minute, looking
Forever.
tragic.
And then he looked so
Tragic.
sad. He
So
looked
tired.
sad
Look at
while
him.
just
Look at the pout. So
he's so pouty.
and
He's
just
so pouty.
made,
It's fine.
who made that
It's
baby
fine.
work so hard. Anyway, I'm done.
It's all.
I'm totally kidding, by the way.
I'm sure. It's fine.
So yeah, this tank top that he's worn so many times, and yet it's never been this deadly. Never been this big of a problem before. Pet. Yeah, and I have the in quotes very tired goldfish because that's what he was impersonating. Was a very tired
So funny.
goldfish. So he told us, listen, this live was short. We know Taeyang. It was less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
He said he had just gotten home from work, and it was like 5. It was like 6 a.m. for him.
It was like 6 a.m. for him because
Yeah, so it was like 5 in the afternoon.
It was
Yes.
like it was
For
yeah
us.
yeah.
Eastern time zone for me. It was 5 in the
In the
afternoon.
Eastern time zone, yeah. It was like just
No,
before
it was like
5,
6
so it was
a.m.
just
at
before
Korea.
6 a.m. for him.
Yeah, and so he's like,
Yesterday.
yeah, we were working all night, and he said this phrase
Like
like
that a
work.
lot.
Yeah, he said this phrase like we've been working like an ox. I've been working like an ox, and apparently that's like an idiom, a Korean idiom. Stop it. That's like a Korean idiom,
Rude shit.
it meaning like you're working so hard, you're working harder than ever, or something like that. Is like when you say you're working like an ox. And then he was joking around, I guess teasing Army, and he said, "Maybe I'll just become a sloth. Like maybe I'll become a sloth instead." Because I'm working so hard for you on this comeback. And he was like, you have to give me thumbs up and tell me how. Basically, once again, he wanted us to tell him how pretty and amazing he is.
Yes. Yes.
When he comes
Praise
to Weverse,
me. Praise me.
that's what he wants. He wants us to praise him. Tell him how beautiful and wonderful he is. So He's like, give me thumbs up because I've been working my little ass off for you. Little anymore. But you know what I'm saying?
It's rude.
Yes.
And then he stubbed his toe. That was amusing. And then he walked around his apartment for a little, and he did that. He did that with the tongue and the cheek thing, which was real rude.
Listen.
Yeah,
I did not do well with him walking around his house with his phone held
Yeah, where did
roughly
he? Let me.
at the angle of what
There we
would
go.
be my
There we go.
height point of view.
Here we go.
Also,
Here we go. Take
when
us
he
for a ride.
stubs
Take
his
us for a
toe,
spin.
he looks at Army like it's our fault. Like, he stubs his toe, and then he looks at us like we did it.
Right?
Look at it. What? He's like, how dare you? But see, also, when you were 4'11", you would roughly hit just under his armpits there. And so this feels like the correct point of view for my height.
You guys, you have no idea how fun this is that it looks like you guys are on the live with him right now. I love this.
Exactly. It does. It looks like he's live with us right now.
I know. It totally does. I love
so
it.
Most
fucking rude is
people
what this is.
don't look this good from that angle.
No, I know.
There's a reason
Trust
why
me.
people don't film themselves from down here. There's a reason why people do this with their cameras. It's because most of us don't look good from that angle. And yet here we are.
Listen, trust me, I live my life looking at people roughly from this angle. This is the best anybody has ever lived my life. I live my life.
Most of the
You
time,
have no idea.
most of us with multiple
What the
chins.
majority of humans look like to me. Except
Right?
he's way hotter.
And after working all night and just getting home, like 6 o'clock in the morning. I can't.
Anyway.
It's
He
ridiculous.
has no bad angles. You're right, Vanessa. He has no bad angles.
Right? It's like that time then when they had the OT7 do their own selfies, and he just took that one and he's like, yeah, you just do it from below without looking. And he looks up and snaps from below is basically this.
And they're all like,
everybody
okay,
else
sure.
is like, bold move. And he's like, well,
Devastation.
how hot it is.
Drink some water.
Then he drank water rudely while maintaining eye contact with us. This was the
Yeah, look at this. It's bullshit.
Staring while he's swallowing. That's cute. That's real cute. Cool. And then of course, he had mentioned his low battery and he walked around and then just as per usually lately, did not say a damn word and just ended the live.
Yep. And we're
but
done.
once again, it did the live disconnected like Jimin. So we pretty sure his phone just
no,
fucking
he
died.
ended
No,
it. You could
he
see
ended
his
that
finger
one.
reaching for.
It was just
Plus,
fucking
he said,
over.
He had said his percentage was at 15 or 14%. So the amount of time he was
that's
live
true.
would not
That's
have drained
true.
that battery.
Mm-hmm.
No, he ended the live. But anyway, that was Taeyong. He had some comments on Weverse, which we're going to get into later.
Yeah, so that's what we experienced late afternoon, early evening in the U.S. last night. And then at roughly 5:38 this morning, I started receiving phone calls from multiple people with text messages, caps locks, Hobie is live, to which I woke up so fucking fast you don't even know. And this bitch was in a car telling us how he had just gotten off of work. Now 5:40 our time is 7:40 his time, so he was a more reasonable time for getting off of work. He got himself a baby perm. Look at that. Look at his hair. It's ridiculous.
He got a little perm. Rather than cutting it, thank you, Hobie.
Yeah, he didn't cut it.
His
He got it
skin
permed, and then he
is
started telling us it was
glowing.
giving. I know it was ridiculous.
Glowing.
But then he's pointing out his hair. He starts telling us it's giving 2022 Hobipalooza. So
yes, he did say that, and I was
chef's kiss, because you know how much we fucking love 2022 Hobipalooza.
Love that.
It was fucking
2022 Hobie in general.
That's
I love this for us.
I love all iterations.
We love this for all of us.
It doesn't really matter. This is everybody wins with this situationship that took place this morning. It looks so good. It looks so good. He was talking about dance challenges. he asked if he should do another dance challenge. And then some people in the comments started talking about watching JK's dance challenge, which we'll talk about later. But then they asked Hobie if JK could do Killin' It Girl, and he proceeded to tell us that he started laughing at us and proceeded to tell us that Jung Kook knows all of the choreo for Killin' It Girl, which he shows him daily, which tells me that Killin' It Girl has become one Jung Kook's new
Yeah.
I was just gonna
It is
say,
awesome.
Yoongi breathed a sigh of relief as he was finally released from his shackles of Jung
It
Kook
is
doing that choreo.
And
once upon a time was like, JK shows me that every fucking day. I can't walk
Yep.
in the room. He's like,
instead of this, now he's doing this every
Right.
yeah. So with a deep sigh, and a giggle, J Hope told us that JK absolutely fucking knows the choreo for Killin' It Girl and
does it
proceeds to
next
make
to
sure
him.
he sees it next to him every day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
To
So
which
minions
I cannot
and-
fucking wait for these Bangtan bombs to start
Yeah.
coming out.
I know.
Because
the
the
minions
joy we're gonna
predictions
feel.
of Jung Kook being annoying forever are still bearing
Yes.
fruit.
Yes.
Yes, yes. He'll be. What did Yoongi say? He'll be 64
He said, I think even
and
when
still
he's 60, when he's 60 years old,
annoying as
Jung
hell.
Kook will still be annoying.
Oh,
Oh my
good
goodness!
for him.
Despite being asked multiple times, no spoilers were given for the BTS
None
comeback.
that we know of.
He refused. He said, "Stop asking. I refuse to give you guys spoilers." He did notice the new Weverse feature, which will
Yes.
translate your comments into their native tongue.
Yeah.
If you have the digital membership. So the same digital membership that will AI translate their live into your language will now AI translate your comments into their language. And he noticed it because he pointed out that he was seeing almost all of the comments in Korean, and he thought that was pretty cool.
And some
so
of the
he
translations
did
are
notice.
wild for them, just like they're wild for us.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Thankfully, Weverse does tell them the comment is marked as being an auto-translated comment.
Right.
And so he is aware that is in fact. A
Look at
translation
his
thing.
face.
His face card was
Just
fucking on fire
Ah,
today.
he was on
look, he's
fire.
like showing us
And
angles.
the
Please.
lips, I can't.
Ah,
I can't.
it was obnoxiously beautiful.
Obnoxiously beautiful is exactly a good way to put it.
I mean, look at him. It's ridiculous.
I was like, how dare he?
The
get on
audacity of this
Weverse Live
man.
looking like
Yep.
that.
Look, and he did for a
lighting.
whole 20 minutes. It was
So
20
Fucking
minutes.
audacity to look like that in the lighting of a fucking car.
I literally, when I'm lighting in a car, I literally was like, how dare he?
Yeah, and then he whined that he didn't think his skin was in great condition because he changed his regimen up. And I was like, fuck you, sir. Fuck you, sir. Because what the fuck do you mean your skin is not great right now?
I know.
You're looking like a whole ass glowing
Stop.
Adonis.
Stop it. Stop
Ridiculous. And then he did laugh. There was a comment that said Hobie's abs will be on the big screen. He giggled, and then he talked about his movie coming up, which I think we're going to talk about later in the live. So, but he did mention it. He giggled because somebody was like, Hobie's abs are going to be on the big screen.
it. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
I mean, we
man.
can talk about it now if you want. I could just strike it out.
We could. So there is a Hope on the Stage, the movie, coming in November. And it is a all new concert, which basically they took the final days 1 and 2 of the final, and they have mashed that up into a movie. It is going to include the performances from Jin and Jung Kook and Crush. And so we have that to look forward to, because that means we get Seven featuring J-Hope on the big screen.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
also based on the movie poster that has been released today, yesterday or today, they are in fact including that day 2 half that concert where he didn't have that shirt on situationship. So
Mhm.
realistically, like these men they've gotten ridiculous with the abdominal showings lately. Not that we're complaining.
I saw a well, no, I think Christina, you were the one that shared it. There was a tweet that said at this point, what was it? Yoongi's gonna have to wear assless chaps to Valentino.
Yes,
By the way, we have absolutely zero confirmation that Yoongi is going
we
to
don't
the
even.
Valentino show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
don't
don't
know
even know
that.
that he's going to
We have
Valentino.
no
We're just
idea.
hoping. We're
Right.
hoping that he goes to the Valentino Fashion Week.
Yeah. But
So
that tweet was quite amusing.
that
Yeah,
that
that
tweet
was
was
Riven.
fucking
Yeah, you're right. That was
hilarious.
Riven.
Oh, it was Raven,
So
sorry. Whatever.
these movies are the end of November, I believe, correct? They're like the 15th
I
or
think
maybe
it's mid
20
to late
something,
November is
mid to
what I
late.
saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not 100%.
Yeah.
I think it start
Yep.
like some of them start on the 15th, I want to say. Or oh no, some of the IMAXs are actually showing on November 3rd.
Oh.
Pre so
I would
Oh my
assume look it up.
gosh.
so throughout
Look it up in
November
your
it looks
area.
like, depending on your area.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Nice.
so
Smells like abs on the big
something
screen.
else we were assaulted with this morning was a comment spree on Weverse from none other than Kim Namjoon,
Yeah, I
Yes.
did.
our
It was
leader.
it was
He went
insane.
around replying to a bunch of Army's comments. He was saying very Namjoon stuff. I think he was replying to a lot of English um, stuff
It seemed
too.
like a smattering.
Yes.
Yeah,
It was,
there was a
it
lot
was
of
like a
English he
mix.
did
But he
reply
was he
to.
was replying to English stuff too. The best one was, of course, somebody asked Namjoon, "What's your inspiration?" And he said, "Your existence,"
This
Oh,
meaning
motherfucker.
Army.
jeez.
So you know,
Yeah. You know.
he's
This
he's
bitch.
just saying devastating shit like that.
It's devastating
Yeah.
shit.
Yep. Exactly. Speaking of devastating, Luana Lopez had an Instagram post of Jin. Look at him.
He's so pretty.
Look at him. This whole trend of fuck the first 5 buttons of my shirt.
They don't
I
I'm
think
exist.
loving it. I am living
this is
for
a
this
positive
current
trend.
trend.
Yeah,
We
this
love
is a
this.
positive trend.
We love
Uh,
this trend for us.
We
yeah.
both love and hate this trend for us.
Look
It is
how
danger.
how is this the same man? Look at this picture and then look at this picture. Look at that. He's like, look how
He's
adorable I
so
am.
pretty. It's stupid.
Slam. It is just yeah.
That was Jin and
Anyways,
Milan, of course.
yeah, Jim
Um,
Milan and go to all the
Photo.
official if you go to the official Instagrams um of at any time, if Jimin's doing Dior, you go to the official Dior page. Jen's doing Gucci, you go to the official, just so we can keep up what's called the media value with the
Yeah.
mentions and the
Yes.
hashtags. So go visit the original sources for those things. Give us
Yes, and
some
of
love.
course, same with Namjoon because he was also just in Milan. They were not there at the same time.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
he was there for the Take of Veneta.
Yes.
Looking so fucking fluffy.
So fucking fine.
He
Oh, I got some
has,
pics.
he
Put those
is the
sunglasses on, and I was like,
sexiest little sweater bunny I have ever fucking seen.
the sunglasses on, and I was like, monster.
Yeah.
Oh, he
Yeah.
looks so good. He looks so fucking good.
Yeah.
Jen, look
He
at
looks so
that.
On
good.
he dropped on
Go here,
Instagram
go and
today. Oh my fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
so,
And then,
out of
of
So
course,
order.
hot.
Go ahead, Christina.
I was just going to say, Jin did a little Weverse comment spree too. Not as prolific as Namjoon, but he did like 3 or 4 little comments in there as well. So
I thought it was precious how he made sure he commented on the one where somebody gave this picture of him and then Jimin at the airport, and they were like,
Yes.
Jin's style inspired Jimin's style at the airport, and then Jim, of
Yeah.
course, had
Mm,
to comment on that, and that was fucking hilarious.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
He
cute.
can't let that
So
go. He
funny.
can't let it
So
go.
funny.
Yeah.
If there's an opportunity to make a joke, especially at the expense of one of his members, he will take it every
Yeah.
time.
Absolutely.
Absolutely,
Uh,
Yeah.
every fucking time. He will never pass
Yep.
up an opportunity to roast one of his members and
mm-hmm,
say some nice
mm-hmm.
things to Army also at the same time. Sometimes he roasts Army too.
Yep.
Yeah, as we were mentioning, Namjoon was in Milan recently too. There was a W Korea IG post. There was tons of stuff. There were tons of posts from because he was doing. They're all doing interviews for different magazines. Like it's like
Uh-huh.
one after another. It's like, oh, this is L Korea. This is W Korea.
I
This
love
is
this
like
pic.
one after another.
Nonception.
That this picture that he posted, Namception. Move it a little bit so you can see the
It's
phone a little bit more because it goes. I can't
yeah,
tell
it
quite how many
literally
he
is
did, but he did a
nonception.
number of them. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
patiently just kept taking pictures of the picture so that he could do this. Like
So funny.
just
He's so funny.
so yeah, so funny. And but yeah, he looked so good and he did a lot
It was
of
so
interviews
cozy.
and he even did a little shout out to Army in English where he said, I know you guys must be bored, to which we all went, what?
Yeah, really. You guys must be
Bored,
bored.
you say? Listen, sir,
Sure,
have you
sure, we're
seen
bored.
our week? Have you
Yeah,
Yeah.
seen our last week? Because Jin's Milan was last Wednesday, guys. All of this fucking shit has
yeah,
happened
yeah.
Yeah.
inside of
Yeah.
this last calendar week.
But
Because
speaking of
we had
speaking
a
of funny,
meltdown. Oh,
Yeah,
look at him. He's so
I
cute.
know. He's insane and I love him.
I
He's
love
so
so
he
I
cute.
does
love
not take him
everything that is
this
wrong
man
with
doesn't
him.
take himself seriously
He's so
one
cute.
tiny
I
bit
fucking love him.
at all. Like I love him.
I love him so
He's
much.
the best. He as soon as he got back to Korea, he started sharing his workout shit again. He gave
Of
Hmm.
us
course he fucking did.
a devastating angle, very similar to the one we got from Taeyoung not long ago, at the end of a run, where he posted his running
Yeah.
stats. And so, yeah, there's new combos
Speaking
coffee
of
shit
Tay,
out.
Look,
speaking
By
of
the
Tay,
way,
coffee.
what about that man says drink coffee to you? Except for maybe his beautiful skin.
Yeah. Coffee.
But
listen,
literally, you could
drink
slap that
whatever he
picture
tells you to
on
drink.
any ad for anything and it would sell.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
It
Yes.
would, in fact.
And as someone who's really into graphics, the fact that they keep putting him in a white outline means it's like super easy to grab it and put it into different backgrounds. So
Yeah, yeah,
it's
true.
like meme ready, basically, is what they're giving us. They're giving us the next memes.
Yeah, they are.
Very easy. Anyway,
We also had a yeah,
it's like meme ready, basically, is what they're giving us. They're giving us the next memes.
Yeah, they are.
Very easy. Anyway.
we also had a behind the scenes
Oh yes.
Coca-Cola commercial, which was pretty fun.
Uh-huh.
Oh yes.
Coca-Cola commercial, which was pretty fun.
Uh-huh.
It was really
Oh my
cute.
god.
Yeah, it showed like all of his little, of course he gets his little comedic bits in there and he was making everybody laugh, which he
The
loved.
amount of nonstop giggling, literally everybody, including him, and then he's like being so serious when the camera's on, and then immediately will say or do something, and the whole starts.
They're all like
cackling.
tucking their hair behind their
Mhm.
ears. Like,
The amount of giggles in one video were just freaking cracking me up.
yeah.
So cute.
Yeah, so adorable. Well done.
So
Oh, go ahead.
in other member news, 17's Mingyu, which we all know is one of Jung Kook's friends, put a
One of his
post up on
besties.
Instagram where he and Jung Kook were together at a listening party.
It was
And
for Mingyu and S Coops had a unit album release.
It's cool.
pretty.
Yeah, that's cute.
Anyway, so the internet melted down pretty quickly with that one. And then Jungkook took to TikTok and he
Hmm.
changed his username to my name is Jungkook to match his Instagram that he's not posted on without immediately deleting. And he changed his profile picture over there. and and he gave us a dance challenge to Cordis. But would this man do a dance challenge to fashion in a normal manner? No, the fuck, he did not. He did it to do a remixed version of that song.
Sounded like a
It
psychotic circus version.
it did. I was like, this is like some, yeah, yeah.
I don't think you'd
Like
even heard the
Jay,
song before, had you, Christina? Yeah,
No,
Christina had not
no.
heard the song before, and we were quick to be like, "That's not what the song actually sounds like." By the way,
yeah. What was funny is that J-Hope mentioned the dance challenge and had said it was loud when he was filming and editing and stuff, and he didn't really hear the song that he had done the dance challenge to until he was like ready to post it, and then he was like,
Hmm.
"Well, this is weird. I'm gonna post it anyways."
yeah, he said he just looked at it and he was like, usually Jungkooky like dances much tighter than this. He's like usually like way more precise, and he was just like, okay, he didn't really get it. And then like later, when he was able to listen to it, he realized that Jungkook was dancing to like a weird, strange version of the song, and that's why he was
Weird. It
dancing.
was so freaking
With
weird.
with the
And
beanies
then
pulled way down here.
it was so freaking funny. It was so chaotic and so weird. But of course, Cordis lost their ever loving
He
shit
lost their minds.
as they should. They lost their minds. They were in DMs losing their fucking minds, and it was
Yeah,
hilarious.
They referred to
It
him
was
as
hilarious.
Cookie,
Yeah,
Cookie.
they
I
call him
saw that.
Cookie. I thought that was the cutest thing I had ever heard.
but then they also called him Sunbae Nim.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah, it's
Cookie
just so cute. They called
Sunday
him
Nim
Cookie.
Cookie, and I was the cutest fucking shit. Oh my
I
gosh!
love
But
too that at
yes,
some point Jungkook probably had to say, "Just call me Cookie." That's
just
so
call me
cute.
Cookie.
Just call me Cookie. You can call me Cookie.
Yeah.
Hey,
Whatever
Miss
you guys want to call
Uncle
me. We were
Oh,
like,
Cookie.
really?
call me
Whatever.
whatever you
Because
want, you cute
I'm
little
pretty
baby.
sure at this point that those five boys are insane.
Yeah.
You guys have
Listen,
not watched any of their content?
love whatever
I
Yeah.
is
think they're
wrong with
legitimately
them.
insane.
Yeah.
I mean, they're teenagers. They're teenagers. They're teenagers.
Yeah, for
They
sure.
haven't filmed anything yet showing them bowing like they did to Hobie, but I wouldn't put it past them. They were actually on an airplane traveling when Jungkook posted that TikTok.
Ah,
So they're gonna be in the US for a bit doing stuff. So they might, who knows?
yeah, yeah. All right, this next one I want to do because I love it when this happens. Big Hit released their quarterly FAFO notice, which is their fuck around and find out. And
We call it that.
I,
They don't call it that.
yeah, they don't call it that, but it is what it is. It
They
is.
It's
should.
what it is.
Um,
It's absolutely
and
what it is.
wow, they basically are saying it doesn't matter what online space you are in. It could be group chats, it could be Korean apps, it could be international apps. It doesn't even matter. There is no safe space. It's no safe space for you to be talking shit about BTS or any of our groups, and not even your anonymity on those spaces will save you. You are not protected just because you think you're got a username that they won't be able to track you down. I love that. And it makes me so very happy. Uh, what would make me even happier is that the day that we don't need to have those fuck around and find out notices because everybody's minding their own business.
Would be nice. Would be
But
nice.
in the meantime,
I mean, there's
those
always gonna be something.
there's always going to be something. Yeah. So they are also they let you know, which I really like when they do this. They let you know, hey, this thing that we've been working on for a while, here's how it's been progressing. Because there's some people that are online thinking like, why aren't they moving on this? Why aren't they protecting them? Why aren't they?
Why aren't they saying anything?
This shit takes time. It
Yeah, it
takes
does.
time, and it takes some freaking secrecy in order to gather things up. Like, trust. It's happening in the background. Trust them.
Yeah.
Okay?
If
It's
legal
happening.
proceedings are in the works, they can't
Yes.
talk about that shit.
Yes.
If they plan to pursue legal matters, they can't talk about
Yeah.
it. So
And
literally,
it's,
you can't talk about it until it's like done, except in the vaguest of terms.
yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
it's like sometimes it drives me insane to see people trying to trend protect your artist hype on Twitter. And I'm like, for the love of
If
God,
we could
They have
just
just
stop.
so many.
if we could
They have
just
like
trust.
legal teams in like every fucking country. They
I,
have like
Yeah.
legal teams hired to
Pamela, they do go
protect their
after a lot of
artists.
those people, the
they
ones that
do.
get reported.
Yeah.
They even mentioned international
I was just gonna say
platforms,
that.
and
Yeah.
X was mentioned specifically, but they
Yeah.
mentioned a few international platforms
Yeah.
that they are pursuing leads from, and they made sure to mention leads provided by
I
loyal
was just gonna say.
fans.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. So continue to use the avenue that they have provided, which is the Hive reporting portal. We have an Ask AP529 with links to those portals on our website in case you wanted to know a little bit more about how to do that. So yeah. Anyways, um,
I have to make a correction. I misspoke. We thought it was Cordis DMs, but it was actually Bang Chan from Stray Kids who
okay.
called John, which makes way more sense
That does make a lot more
because
sense.
they are Chingus born in the same year. Bang Chan and Jung
That
Kook
does
are friends,
that does make a
so
lot
it makes
more
more sense. But he still called him Sunbae Nim because BTS debuted before Stray Kids. But they are the same age, so it makes way more sense. So he was talking about that on Bubble with fans who asked him if he saw the dance challenge, I guess. I just looked quickly at the icons. I think we looked quickly at the icons and thought it was Cordis because I ain't seen Chan's Bubble in a hot minute. So
Yeah, no,
Fair enough.
I just saw a
Good
screenshot
correction.
of the I saw a
yeah,
screenshot of the
screenshot.
comments, and I thought it was presented. I thought it was Cordes, but
Yeah.
I did as well. Apparently,
we stand corrected.
many of us
It
have said
actually
it
does
too.
make a lot more sense that it was Chan calling him Cookie, which is also the fucking cutest thing ever.
Yeah.
Is Bang
Yeah.
Chan
Yeah.
out here calling him Cookie?
That is
So
cute.
we shall wait to see if Cordis has a reaction.
Yeah.
So anyway, sorry, I just wanted
No
to
worries, no
correct
worries.
my.
That's a good correction. All right, the last little piece we can do before we get into the week tea for tonight
It'll
is
be real quick.
some
Yeah.
people have seen there's some quotes going around from a music business analyst who made predictions, not facts, predictions for the time leading up to BTS's comeback and what it will do for Hybe. And there were some vague things thrown out like shows should average 60,000 people
Yeah.
touring from May to December. It was all very vague
Yeah,
predictions,
with the
but
caveat of this could be wrong,
right.
Right.
but it was prediction.
Yeah.
That guy that did it, I cannot remember his name, and I thought to add this to the agenda like literally as we were starting the live. But he's made some solid predictions prior to this for the K-pop industry and things like that. So it's not like he was just some Yahoo out here like, this is what I think is going to happen. No, this is somebody who's like, go ahead.
Right. At the end of the day, this is a professional business analyst. This is what he does.
Yes.
Basically, he's a nerd with spreadsheets who looks at trends and I lost my microphone for a second. He looks at trends and he looks at historical data to make these predictions, which is why he's been correct in the past or close to correct in the past.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
And it was
You
nothing
try to get
ground-
like
It was just basically like, I mean, things that we could have predicted, like, BTS's comeback will be a huge heavy hitter for Hybe. It's
Right.
going to make solid numbers. And all of that, which is duh. But I thought one thing that he said that was interesting was that, like, right now we're seeing the BTS movie weeks Christina mentioned that something might be getting announced. We don't know, but there's a rumor something might be getting announced. And of course, now we know that Hope on the Stage movie is coming out in November. And this was like, this guy was saying that, like, he would not be surprised to be seeing Hybe releasing things like back to back to back to keep this momentum and excitement going all the way up until BTS's comeback.
Yep.
Which
I was just going to say,
go on.
no, I was just going to say, this is like, they have been setting up the dominoes and they're just waiting. They're waiting. And as soon as it happens, it's going to happen fast. And we think we're busy. We think we've been busy the last 2 years.
No.
Anyways.
Listen, at the end of the day, Big Hit wants to make money. And they know that we will show the fuck out for shit like these BTS movie weeks and J-Hope's movie. And there's still a whole bunch of documentaries they haven't given us yet from solo works that could be dropping. You know, we could gear ourselves up mentally for a potential monthly situationship coming up in movie theaters and things like that. So just like mentally prepare yourself, because they are going to be trying to keep our attention. They are going to be trying to keep the excitement up, because that's good marketing. And one thing we've known from the get-go is BTS has amazing marketers behind them. And so
They really do.
They're not dumb. They know how to keep us engaged and keep us focused. And they are going to be doing that up until this comeback actually shows up. So
yeah,
just gird your loins and prepare your wallets realistically.
Yeah, and the thing is too is that that's the stuff that's scheduled. Once they're given the green light that they can pop on a live and talk about what they want to talk about, they're not going to be able to shut up. They are so excited. And so it's going to be scheduled stuff, and also them at all hours pinging us going, did you see it?
Listen,
did you see it? Are you excited?
Just look at what has happened in this past fucking week.
They can't stay away.
No, I know they can't.
No, this past week
they're starting to get like antsy. They're like,
they're so excited.
Yeah.
Like scratching vaguely. They're like, hi, I can't talk about it, but I really want to. I can't talk about it.
I can't.
It's like J-Hope has
I just want to come here and tell you that I'm not going to talk about it. Okay, I really want to, but I'm not going to talk about it. But anyway, how are you?
They're literally just showing up on lives to be like, look at my new hair, look at my ass.
Look at how hard I worked. Look at
how hard I worked. I'm so tired. Look at how tired I am from working for you guys. Just get yourself. I'm not going to tell you what I worked on. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. It's a secret.
You're the inspiration. And then we're just like, you sons of bitches.
I know. I know. I love
that.
Yeah, like that little gif of that little girl in black and white that's just throwing the money out the windowsill. Yeah, that's
basically, yes.
I'm preparing. Anyways. All right. We only have a little bit of time. We have 15 minutes. But it's enough to get going with our midweek tea. And the topic for tonight, as we mentioned before, is idols, image, and respect. Whose body is it anyway? Right?
Body to body to body to
body.
body
to body to body to body. So they are, as everybody knows, in comeback prep mode. And so not only is that the music and the choreo and the looks and the themes and all of that, it's a lot of physical preparation. And they have come out with fewer clothes on to show us some results, but they've also been posting they've also been posting workout videos, like the Taeyoung and Jung Kook and Namjoon posting when they were working out in the gym. And yeah, remember that thing. That old was not. And they also come on lives, and they could be fresh out of the shower when they come out of the live. They could, no makeup, whatever. They come to us when they feel like it, right? And whenever they feel confident enough to do that. So we love that. However, there's just this subset of people who feel extremely entitled to be able to comment on their physical appearance. Whether it's Taeyoung, shave your mustache,
which we'll
or
get into.
which we'll get into, or you're looking very thin, or you're looking too bulky, or I liked it better when you were this. All of
Mm-hmm.
these comments that people have seen, sometimes where they could see them as well. So when they're live on Weverse, they can read those comments.
Yep.
And we know,
Posted
for
them.
example, yeah, we know, for example, that Taeyong saw comments that were directed towards him. And
Yep.
so we just wanted to just take a couple of minutes to talk about that in terms of, in terms of just putting that into perspective and really to remind ourselves about how we respect them in the online space that we share with them. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah,
Um,
let's talk about. So obviously, let's talk about what it means for them to prep physically for a comeback.
mm,
So obviously, like you just mentioned, we see them in the gym. Obviously, we're seeing more, some of them in the gym more, but that's because they want to share it more. All of them, I guarantee you, are in the gym, some more than others, who know, but they all work out. We know that. Um, this is not just for vanity. It's
mm,
not something that we're doing. I mean, looking good is a part of their job.
Right.
Like it or not, looking good is a part of their job. But this isn't just vanity. As we know very well, it's about stamina and being able to perform. We're not
Yeah.
dumb. They dance and sing at the same time for great lengths of time, and they're about to embark on a world tour next year, which means they're going to be doing it night after, like week after week after
Yeah.
week of dancing and singing together, performing on stage for hours. And so they train this
mhm,
hard so that they can try to avoid injury as much as possible, so that they can have
Right.
the stamina to breathe correctly while they're doing this and not pass out.
Yeah.
And so there's a health reason, obviously.
Yeah.
And they're not 19, they're not 18, 19, 20 years old anymore. No, they're not old, but they are older. And so they have to work even harder than they did 10 years ago to
Right.
maintain
Plus,
that level of performance.
Plus, as anybody who's ever watched the Burn the Stage documentary knows,
mm,
um, they know from experience what happens to them if they try to do these stage, like go all out on stage and they haven't put the work in.
yeah, yeah.
Because, in that documentary, Jung Kook darn near passed out. And
Well,
he
and
had a
yeah,
real hard time being on stage, and so
were they in South
and this
America?
isn't the
Wasn't
only time things like that have happened,
yeah.
Mhm,
where they get restricted to chairs, they get,
Yep.
and so they have a very long career with a lot of experience behind understanding what they have to do for their bodies in order to
mhm,
survive a tour. And it really is a survival for a lot of these performers, especially when you perform at the level they perform.
Hmm.
Because, like, you try to dance even half-assed for 3 straight hours, and you are going to be in a world of hurt if you have not put the
yeah,
physical stamina exercises behind the capability of running like that. I think I come from an area where I do actually work with a lot of entertainers, as the person trying to put them back together to get them on stage, and and
mm,
like people like so Cirque du Soleil type of performers, that level of performers,
mm.
they will often lose 5 to 10 pounds in a single show.
Wow.
Put
Sweat
that into perspective. They
and
Mm,
will
hard.
lose
Yeah.
5 to 10 pounds in a single show. And so, like, that's the level of exertion that these high intensity performers go through. And
Hmm.
and so if they don't put the work into prepping themselves for that level of exertion, they don't make it through a tour season. And so there's true, real medical reasons why they have to put themselves through this kind of training prior to
Yeah.
going into a tour season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they and environmental, like I was saying, and not only that, they're touring around the world, which means different climates, altitudes. That thing with Jung Kook, they were in Chile. The altitude sickness was playing a part in that. So like they have to prepare for all these different things, and they get
Right.
sick, and so it's a lot of different things. But
Right.
there's also dieting. They talk very openly about dieting, and that is part of their comeback preparation too.
Yes.
If you think about it, we'll talk about the history of dieting and idols in a second, but some people would sit here and say, but they don't need to diet. They look perfect and they're in shape. Like, why would they need to diet for a comeback? I mean, that's between them and their doctor ultimately, but we have had comments like in the past, like, like Jimin in particular has said that he prefers when he knows he's going to be dancing a lot, he prefers to be leaner because it allows him to move better. So he always diets before when they're going into comeback season. Like, and I think Jungkook said the same thing too. And so they talk very openly about it because they want us to know what they're doing to prepare for these things.
Right.
And of course, I think we've said this before that we have a different culture around that kind of thing
Well,
than they do.
yeah. And I
You
think,
just stick to the
again,
prompt.
I think it's also important to note that even in the US, so now, like, even in the US, let's just put it that way, because that's where my level of experience comes from.
Right.
I have yet to meet any stage performer in my career that does not have a weight
Management plan.
management in their contract.
Yeah.
So when they sign a contract for a show, they are given weight parameters that they are allowed to fluctuate between under contract. And this sounds like, oh my gosh, that's terrible. How dare a job like do 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 do. But you need to understand that a lot of these shows are paying millions for costuming, millions of dollars in just the costuming on that stage. And so they can't allow performers to outgrow or undergrow those costumes. It is an actual like range. They cannot go below or above this range because there is so much money put into these productions. They can't have the performers on stage not fit into the costumes anymore or have wardrobe malfunctions on stage. And so I have never in the United States encountered, and I have encountered thousands of them. I have never encountered a stage performer that does not have weight guides and restrictions inside of their actual contract.
I would think it's a safety thing as well too. Like you can't put a performer under contract and not and like when you enter into a contract like and it's a performance contract, they have to relatively be able to relatively expect your body to perform a certain way for the duration of your contract. And if you alter yourself to the point of an extreme weight gain or extreme weight loss, you're not necessarily going to be able to perform for the way that they contracted you to perform. And so, again, it's a safety thing and a liability thing. But the idol industry is no stranger to dieting rules and things like that. We all know.
Yep.
We all know.
Yeah. We know the history.
There's a lot of, especially I would say, groups that are just starting out, that are maybe like not as big or popular, and also women in the K-pop industry have it worse as far as standards go, quote unquote beauty standards. We're not saying that control doesn't exist within certain circles in the K-pop industry when it comes to dieting, because we know it does. We've heard many, many stories, and even with BTS, we know for a fact. that some things have happened. And even, we know that Jimin has talked very openly about dangerous habits he had here and there, severely restricting himself as far as eating goes and things like that. And there's lots of people out there who've been pressured by company standards.
Yeah.
But I think that the shift today, would we say, is more on fitness and strength. There seems to be a shift happening.
Mhm.
It's
In
not.
beauty
It's not.
standards.
Yes, there's a shift happening. I would say, I think it's still a little bit of an uphill battle for women in K-pop, but it's better than it used to be.
Mm.
But if we're talking specifically about BTS, which we are, imagine that. If we're talking specifically about BTS, they have come to a point in their career, I think. Somebody said this earlier, they know how to take care of themselves now.
Yeah.
And I think, I said earlier, they're grown ass men who have access, 24-hour access to personal trainers and nutritionists.
And physicians.
Who help them maintain and or make changes as they see fit. So we don't know what's in their contract now. I mean, they're in their third iteration of their contract.
Right.
Yeah.
So we know it doesn't look the same as it did when they debuted. We know that, obviously.
Right.
And I would imagine that there might still be something in there about their fitness and health, but I doubt it looks anything like it did back in 2013.
Yeah. So I think that was a really good, a lot of really good points just brought up, and all that to bring us to the point of talking about then why do these negative online comments happen when obviously all this prep, all this knowledge is going on behind the scenes. And we've all seen them, right? We've all seen the online comments. They get passed around.
We even see them in our server. And
Yeah.
if you're here and you've made one of those comments, I'm not calling anybody out, but we see them in our server all the time.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah. Where it's just, again, commenting, I liked them better this way, too skinny, too bulky, we see lots of different versions of that. And we will try to redirect when appropriate. Of course we will, because we realize that, some of it also, when you comment like that, you might be talking about the idol, but you don't realize that might be triggering for the other people that are around you hearing that or reading that.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's always what we want to keep in mind as well, especially when we're in the server, is we've got 2,600 plus people in there. And so when comments are made like that, we have to really, we talk about it. We're like, can this stay there? In case it's triggering. So
Yeah.
Some people do it and I think some people do it from like a misguided place of love too.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Which makes it more difficult.
Yeah. And that's, I don't think there's anyone in our server actively being malicious. Well, first of all, they'd be kicked out of our server if they were actively being malicious about a member of Bangtan or anybody. But it's the language around it. I think you're right, Quince. I think people are they're trying, like, oh, I'm being helpful. And it's like,
I'm concerned.
Yeah.
And, but sometimes concern should still remain your inside voice because there's a difference between expressing concern for somebody that you actually know.
Right.
Like, like somebody you care about and, who might be going through something and you want to express concern. Hey, I've been noticing this, versus somebody that you don't know and you don't know the whole picture.
Yeah. And also sometimes you can have an opinion on something like a mustache. You can have an opinion.
Whoa. Oh, that, my friends.
However,
completely unnecessary.
However, wow, that should have stayed an inside thought.
You did get to make some comments back though.
Yeah, he
Yeah, he
did.
was pretty sassy back, but he
But
still
then he
deleted
deleted his
out of his
picture, which
post.
shows
Yeah.
that it actually did
It
bother
should
him.
mess with him.
Why?
Why would
How
you
dare
do
you
that to
make him
him?
delete a picture from his Instagram? Those are
Why?
solid gold, people. I mean, I'd already saved it, but still.
I
Yeah,
yeah.
the audacity is pretty extreme.
The audacity.
And for me, like, okay, for me personally, here's how, like, when we're talking about making comments on somebody else's appearance,
Mm,
these are some of the most beautiful humans on planet Earth. They are
facts.
in top 1% of
Facts.
appearance. So, like, for me, who's like, I've said before, like, on a real fucking good day, I'm a Midwest 6, which is a coastal 4. Okay. Okay. So when a coastal 4 is sitting behind the keyboard,
Coastal
making making fucking judgments
listen, by you two.
on a coastal 10. Okay? Listen, at some fucking point,
She a
I
dime.
should go look into a mirror before I type words. Okay? Like,
Here comes an Appalachia 3.
how dare a coastal 4 say fuck all about a coastal 10's mustache? Like, at
Change
the
that
end
it's
of the day,
Canadian. Change
realistically.
that it's Canadian. It's Canadian serum. Sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry. Doc, I'm sorry, Doc. You're making an excellent point. Please continue.
Like, there's a disconnect. There's a cognitive disconnect when we're like putting this level of judgment on a coastal 10's appearance. Like, be so fucking real, guys. Like, at the end of the day,
When you
so
live
fucking
in an
real.
ugly house, don't throw out face masks.
Listen, I don't think I've seen the inside of a gym in the last 10 years. So how dare I make any comment about level of muscle and my personal preference on it? Like, at the end of the day, like,
Okay, but I think we
touch
have to
some grass.
recognize you raise a valid point, but I think we have to recognize once again Korean beauty standards. So this is a cultural thing. I think most of, if not all of those comments were made from native Koreans, but there might have been one that was translated. I'm not sure. They all showed up in Korean, but one of them might have been a translated comment from an international army. But I think that they were mostly from Koreans. And we do know that as a society, they tend to be very straightforward about the way people look. And they will comment on it.
Yeah.
And so as a societal thing, there's that we have to consider. We may not like it or think we may think it's like, that's like kind of, but it's not like our culture. So we can't really, we can't do anything about it. If it's like, Koreans, I mean, we can be like, yeah, I mean, we can say what we're saying right now because still probably, I mean, it could have been like a Busan 5.
How dare a Busan 5 make judgment against a Seoul 10? Go on!
Still could have been a coastal. Could have been a coastal 4 too. Busan coastal.
These are Seoul 10s, guys. Come on now. This is
So still, the outrage is still.
these are Gangnam 10s, my
Gangnam.
friends.
Anyway.
Susie, we need a spreadsheet. I agree. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yes. So the point is, and like the same thing, like we saw it with that picture that Christina mentioned earlier, that Mingyu posted with him and JK. Immediately people were like, he looks too skinny. Not even taking into account the fact that we literally just saw him on a live when he was cooking, eating like his weight in pasta and eggs and jam. and carbs for days, and he looked fine, but he looks too skinny. Not even think about the fact that it could have been lighting, camera angle, a whole lot of things.
Makeup, clothing.
Makeup, and just, he looks
Yeah,
too
yeah.
skinny. You just saw him, Barbara. Please calm down.
Yeah.
Like,
But-
we
And we
literally
know
watched
our
him
Barbara
cook
would never say
a-
that. The Barbara that.
No,
we
I just
watched
pulled
him
the
cook
name-
a
I just pulled the
breakfast
name out of thin air.
mukbang
Yeah.
the morning
So-
of this event, basically.
Yeah, and again today with Jimin, it was immediately, he looks too thin.
Yeah.
He looks
Yeah.
too thin.
Yeah. And I think, you know, and Quince, you are, of course, a writer slash editor. And so there are things that you can say differently that will
Oh,
show
yeah.
intention better than he
Mhm.
looks too skinny. If the concern is he taking care of himself? That is a much better thing to say. I hope he's healthy and taking care of himself. Is another
Yes.
way to express concern that is very positive and gives yummy, nice feelings when you read it.
Yes.
And it
Instead
needs to
of
be
yicky
born
up.
from more than, yeah, and it needs to be born from more than one observation.
Yeah.
Because again, lighting, makeup, camera angles, they are experts in making themselves look a certain way. So if you want to express that concern, it should really be based on observation of somebody over a period of time. Do they seem to be not looking great?
Right.
And then, you know, like what's is, because then it really is like, you know, because it can still be, well, I just want them to be healthy and well, you know, because it started out like they look too skinny. That's basically
Right. Well, I mean, and to that point, when you look at a single snapshot in time, if you'll recall when Killin' It Girl came out, a bunch of people were like, oh my gosh, he looks like he's starving himself. He looks like he hasn't eaten in 3 days, to that definition. And people were like losing their minds. A lot of people were like, how many days did he go without eating before he shot that? You know, all that definition, da da da. He looks dehydrated, blah, 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 blah. And then the Bangtan bomb came out, and the man went on a fucking mukbang the night before he shot that. Like, he ate every fucking thing in sight. He was out there having his best life with, you know, Mr. Lee and his manager and the hairdresser, and they literally ate everything in sight for hours. The night before he shot that video. Yet when that came out, there was all this like, oh my gosh, he looks like he hasn't eaten in days, and da 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 da. And there was so much chatter. And then the reality was, he's just been in the gym to obtain that much definition. He could eat fucking whatever the fuck he wanted the night before and still look like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Right. Right. All right. Well, I think we can wrap it up for closing. This was a good convo, and obviously in our Discord server, we're always happy to, you know, talk about stuff more that we talk about in lives. I don't think we've ever said that before, but yeah, of course, if you're in our Discord server and you have questions and things,
Yeah, feel free
ask
to
us.
bring it up.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to also say really quickly, because I know we announced it in our Discord server, but we have like, so we talk about the artists, how they have channels in our server. The members have channels where you can go and you can kiki and talk about individual members, post pictures and stuff. We also have like a Tanny Talk channel, which is it was called the Bangtan Room, but we renamed it because we wanted people to have a place in the server to have more in-depth discussion about the members, because sometimes in their member channels it's a lot of pictures, it's a lot of videos being shared, and they can move a little fast sometimes, so sometimes it's hard to have a discussion. The Tanny Talk channel is a great place to meet up and talk about some of the stuff that we discuss in our lives. If you want to go into it a little bit more, if you want to talk about it with us there, or just that kind of thing. So feel free to utilize that channel more in the server, because we just recently were like, we need a place where people really feel like they can dig in deep to some topics if they want to, without worrying about people coming in the middle of their discussion with like, look at this meme, like, oh my god, it's Yoongi's hands, or oh my god, look at Jung Kook and his little bunny smile, which is great. We love that too. But if you're trying to have a discussion,
Right.
and it gets broken up, like, so that's the come and
Yeah.
talk to us in the handy talk.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you listen, we're in there all the time. If you've got a question specifically for one of us or one of the mods, just use the @ symbol and ask away in the channel,
Yeah.
and we'll come and chat. Like, we're in there all the time.
Yeah, because like even those of
Yeah.
us, even those of us who are like when we're at work, listen, I still check that server every break I have at work. I go into the bathroom and I'm like, did anybody, like, what's going on in the whatever channel? So if you add us, it's a really good way to get a response, because we all are obsessive enough at not having little red bubbles that tell us somebody has directly asked us a question. We will open up that red bubble and figure out what that was.
Yeah.
Christina,
Good
you had
point.
some really good closing points here. I think you should say them before we knock out.
Sure. Yeah. So just as a takeaway for this, like I said, good convo. We're always happy to continue it in the Discord. But basically, we will always advocate for respecting idols' agency over their own bodies. Period.
Yes.
They are adults with much support, and so they know how to take care of themselves. I agree. And when we're praising them, I would praise them on things that they would feel comfortable hearing about, which is vocals, choreography, creativity. I love the theme. I love your outfit. Da da da. Instead of physical attributes would be my suggestion.
Which is fun because that's the majority of what people talk about.
Yeah, and that is the majority. Yeah, we're talking about a small, minority of people that will comment like that. But and hopefully that kind of thing will have a ripple effect where if we raise the bar and create a healthier fan culture that reduces that harmful scrutiny, then we can kind of start to eradicate that sort of harmful language for idols, for all idols, not just BTS. So yeah, I think just in general, spreading positivity, the way to go, supporting them as artists, but also as whole people, because they are, and they're so dear to us, so dear to us. And I would hope that we would never want to do anything or comment anything to them that would make them feel lesser. So that's the goal. So
don't ever make somebody feel like they need to delete a picture from their Instagram, from their social media.
Yeah.
Like that's just that's a broad rule of thumb right there.
I think at the end of the day, like, your first question to yourself before posting something that may be perceived as criticism is, would I want somebody else saying this to me? And if the answer is, I would not feel comfortable if somebody else, especially somebody I don't know, said this to me about my appearance or my look or my whatever, then the answer is don't post it.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's like the best rule of thumb you can use on whether or not a comment is appropriate, is would I feel good or feel bad if somebody said this to me?
Yeah.
And if you would feel good if somebody said that to you, then post it. And if you wouldn't, don't.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right. We'll wrap it up there. Good week tea. Pretty spicy tea, actually. Ginger tea.
Yeah.
It's a nice ginger for sure.
Reminders.
All right, reminders. For those of you that are already in the Discord, or if you're thinking about joining the Discord, that would be awesome. And we have a channel that I love, Streaming Charting Voting, that has reminders, latest info about goals. We share playlists, we share how-tos for voting, and that stuff is going to become really important as we're coming into comeback season for us to get organized on that. So come check out that Discord channel. And once again, thank you so much to all the volunteers in that channel that work very hard to bring us all that information from all over social media. We appreciate you very, very much. So yeah, come hang out.
Yeah. if you are, again, join our Discord. We do a ton of stuff in there. One of the main things, we have all kinds of clubs, a book club, a meditation club. There's even a Hangul club. Another thing we do is watch parties. We get together when we try to get together when the members go live. If somebody's around and available, we will hop into the streaming lounge and we will stream that and everyone can watch it together. And we can hang out in our own comment section, which is infinitely better than the comment section on the actual live.
That's true.
And
Yeah,
we also host watch parties almost every day of the week. Different things, different people at different times too. Sometimes we have more than one watch party in a day, depending on your time zone. And I host one every Thursday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And they were originally blog watch parties, and they will be getting back to that. We have a blog, you guys. Christina mentioned at the top of the live, you can check it out at ap529.com/links, or even just the .com. You can find it. But we will be getting back into blog read watch parties as we conclude our little blog rehab and get going on that again. But in the meantime, we've just been watching things where the whims take us. We just wrapped up watching the Bring the Soul documentary, along with other Love Yourself tour era content. So that was a lot of fun. I don't know what we're watching tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But come and join the Discord and hang out with us. It's a lot of fun.
great.
Yes.
It is a lot of fun. As we mentioned at the top of the live, we go live twice a week on Wednesdays for our midweek tea here on TikTok. And on Sundays, we used to do a Sunday deep dive. We've changed it up. Now we do surprise Sundays over on YouTube at Army Project 529. And Surprise Sunday means a different admin is in charge of the topic and it's a surprise to everybody else. So our next Surprise Sunday live on YouTube is on October 5th at 9 Eastern, 8 Central. And this Sunday, Lisa's in charge. So,
Oh,
Emma?
shit.
Oh, shit, Emma.
I checked the live schedule before, like just literally just now.
Thanks for telling me.
So Lisa's in charge this Sunday, and it will be a surprise because surprise, you're in charge.
Including the surprise that it was just now. Not including that surprise. Nice.
Oh, please, Lisa surprised. She's in charge of the live on Sunday, so it's gonna be great. It's gonna be super fun. You're gonna want to come.
You're gonna come up with something real cool. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
You're gonna fucking love it because listen, her watch parties are great. Why won't her plan be great?
That's true.
There you go.
Yeah.
So come and join us on Sunday, 9 Eastern, 8 Central, over on our YouTube at Army Project 529.
And soon, Patricia and Steph will be back with us.
Yes.
Yeah, they will.
They're wrapping up their trip in Korea. I don't know that they're not going to be on this Sunday's live. And they may not even be back for Wednesday, but they will probably most definitely be on the following Sunday's live.
Yeah.
And I know we were already talking about, so they're not in the rotation yet, but they're both already talking about ideas they have for lives when they get back. So
yeah,
they got a lot of content.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with us. We always appreciate it. We know you can click on a lot of lives here, and the fact that you clicked on ours is really wonderful. Thank you.
Says more about you. Bye.
Thanks for matching our